Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. This is going to be an introduction to tomorrow's video, and I was thinking about it this morning and realized that tomorrow's video really does need an introduction because I'm talking about, again, being an estranged parent of an adult child. And I left something out that was very important, and I also wanted to include something else as well. So I'm going to flip this around and show you this beautiful park, and the dogs are loose. They both love it. And Maggie's eating grass. And first of all, I received a question, which I love all of your questions. I believe it was yesterday. Why the heck do I share so much about my personal life? And I was really glad they asked me that, because I'm going to tell you. Come on, Maggie. Come on. And reason being, first of all, it has a lot to do with my age. Being that nothing I've done in my life I'm ashamed of or embarrassed by. Because I'm looking back now with a wider lens at all the things that I did right and all the things that I did wrong. And I want to use them in hopes of helping others, if only to let others know that they're not alone with what maybe they're experiencing now. And I'm finding that to be true by many of the comments that I get every day. So, Maggie, stop eating grass, honey. Come on. Come on, Mags. I'm hoping one day she'll just eat enough and be done with it. And so why do I share so much about my personal life? Again, because I think there's value in it. And I don't have a problem with anything I talk about on my videos, obviously, because I wouldn't do it if I did have a problem. It's completely my choice. And sure, there are many people that like to keep their lives private. But again, I'm not afraid to talk about pretty much anything within reason. And as long as it's helpful to others and have value for others, then why not? And one video in particular, which is the one that will be posted tomorrow after this one, I go into more detail about being an estranged parent. Now, why do I do that? Not to gain sympathy, not to gain attention, not to gain people who will side with me. No, I'm doing it because this is my experience. And these are the painful things I encountered. And these are the painful things that I've put all behind me. And this is what I did. This is how I see it. And this is what happened. And some people won't believe me. Some people won't understand it. And others will. And that's life, right? So I did leave out something that I really do want to include in this introduction to tomorrow's video in terms of being an estranged parent. And that is that the last time I heard from my daughter was a major issue for me. And I left that out because I found it so... Actually, I forgot about it. But it is so bizarre and so concerning that I wanted to include it in this video. Now, I'm not really fearful of anything, and I haven't been throughout my life. And I pretty much have been courageous in many situations. But this one presents an entirely different dynamic. And this is an apple tree that is going to bloom at some point. Maybe I missed it. Maybe they bloom in the spring and I can't remember. I'm getting old. I should know because I've been hiking here for years. 5 years anyway. And I don't think they have any blooms. I think maybe it's done. I don't know. But it's very, very beautiful when it does bloom. So, what am I talking about? I had not heard from my adult daughter, in approximately 3 years after her last admonishment of me from her life. And I didn't expect, really, any further communication. Since I had asked repeatedly for her to talk to me and to tell me what's going on and what's bothering her. Because I wanted to hear it. I wanted to listen. I wanted to understand. And I wanted to help. So after not hearing from her in at least 2 years, probably 3, and I will never forget this moment, and this is very important for me to mention. I received a text message on Christmas Eve. Gosh, was it 2019, 2018? Either one, 2018 or 2019, because I had not bought this cabin yet. I was living somewhere else. And of course, in a text message, you can only see the first part of it. Now, this is Christmas Eve, right? And I saw the text message and I thought, oh my gosh, this is great. She's sending me a text message after all these years. And all I could read was mom, and another word that really didn't give me any idea. And I thought, oh wow, what a great Christmas present, right? This is really, really cool. She's finally reaching out to me. Well, have you ever been on a roller coaster where your hopes are up really, really high and your heart's racing and you're thinking, wow, this is so cool. And, and then the roller coaster drops and it hits rock bottom and you think, holy crap, how did that happen? Well, that's what happened, because I read the rest of the text and I was in utter shock. Because what it said was, if you ever contact me again, I'm going to get a restraining order against you. Now, this is from an adult daughter, 35-ish, 35, who I had not spoken to in 3 years, had never had any legal issues whatsoever, and I was shocked and I was angry. And I thought, of all the things to tell me, and pick Christmas Eve of all times, what a bunch of bullshit. So, her text message also included, this is to remind you never to contact me again. Well, I thought, okay, wait a minute. I'm the mother here. I'm not going to be controlled. And I'm not going to put up with such a nonsense text message on Christmas Eve after 3 years of not hearing from her. Oh, and what it said was, if you don't stop contacting me. And I thought, where is this coming from? Aren't these beautiful? These little seeds that blow in the wind. They're beautiful. I think when I was a kid I used to pick them off, but I'm not going to. Well, you can imagine, I was shocked, I was angry, and I was hurt. So what did I do? I called her. And of course it went to voicemail. And obviously she was there because she just sent me the text message. And I thought, you know what? This is my kid who's been treating me badly for years. And on Christmas Eve of all times, for her to pick, to even come up with this ludicrous text message, I want to know what the heck's going on. And of course she didn't answer. So I left her a message, and I have to admit I was very angry. But I insisted for her to call me and to have a conversation and to explain why she feels necessary that she needs to do this. Because I haven't contacted her in 3 years. Well, of course she didn't answer me back. And I waited. Now this is Christmas Eve. And I was living alone. I wasn't really celebrating it with anybody, and I was fine with that. But I thought, of all nights, when we're supposed to be forgiving, loving, kind, embracing life, finding joy, where the heck is this hatred coming from? Well, she never did respond. And that was 2019. And now, 6 years later, of course I haven't heard from her since, and I haven't contacted her either. So, my reason for this video is to, again, be a introduction to tomorrow's video, because I go into more detail. And yes, I was treated badly, so what's wrong with talking about that? Absolutely nothing. And was I the perfect mother? No. There are no perfect parents. There are no perfect children. There is no perfect world. But nothing justifies hate. Absolutely nothing. And what I fear is hateful people. Because hateful people do hateful things. And I'm ashamed to admit, but I have a fear of her. And who knows if she's passing that hate along to my own grandchildren. Because that is exactly what my father did towards my grandfather. Now, you could why this thing to death, and I'd be happy to further analyze my own understanding of it. But hate is a very dark, dark energy. And the only way to deal with hate is to completely avoid it. And the reason for my concern, also for my own safety, is that, my gosh, every day you can find a video of a family tragedy ending in horrific, horrific situations due to hate, due to envy, and due to very, very dysfunctional and twisted family dynamics. And so, sadly enough, I'm glad I'm estranged, because I'm too old for any more drama. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to solve it. And I need to protect my very peaceful life that I have now, that I have tried so very hard to achieve, and I finally have. And so I hope when you watch tomorrow's video, you can hear my story and understand that I'm sharing it, and I'm sharing my personal experiences in hopes of relating to others, and that if other estranged parents are watching my videos, I hope you can see that I am not recording these in a hate, retaliatory fashion, but only from my own painful experiences and what I endured. And the fact of the matter is that I am no longer valued. And once I got over the hurt and the shock of that, I said to myself, okay, who's really losing out here? Because it's not me. And if I'm not being involved in my grandchildren's life, maybe that's for the better too, because if they're being raised being hateful, I sure don't want any part of that either. And maybe that's why I want to leave behind these videos and more books. Maggie's rolling in the grass. So that maybe one day, if they ever watch them or read my books, they will see that I was never a hateful, vindictive person at all. Just a regular person with faults, with insecurities, trying to be a mom, in difficult situations, and doing the best I could. And if anyone wants to find fault with that, have at it. And so I'm going to stop this here. And I just love everything that I find along the way here. These beautiful berries, I don't even know what they are. And so life goes on. It's a new day. And I look always at the good. And I stay away from the bad. And so I hope that you enjoy this video and tomorrow's. And please feel free to ask me any questions. And I'm going to continue sharing my true life stories in hopes that they are helpful, inspirational for others. And it makes me very, very fulfilled to be able to do that. So thanks so much, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. And feel free to comment whatever you'd like to say, whatever you'd like to ask. Take care.